Hello, friends and strangers on the internet. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are back, not with a Patreon request. In fact, I'm having one of those weirdo days where just the things I wanted to do today are not going right, so I've decided to scrap it and just make it up as I go today while I still have time. And today, I have decided to do a special request reaction. It's whenever I pick somebody from the comments who has left me a request, and I just go, "Yep, I'm going to do that one today," and that's what I'm doing today. This particular commenter has been quite persistent. I would like to let everyone know that that is not always a good way to get my attention, but this time it was. So their persistence and patience has paid off. What are we checking out today? Yes, today we are checking out the Dire Straits and their song How Long. There does not appear to be a music video for this, so we are listening to an audio only brought to us directly from the Dire Straits YouTube channel. If you'd like to go check it out without me, the link is in the description. If you like what you hear, once again, it is on the Dire Straits official channel, so you can check out more of their music from there. Before we jump into it, I want to give a big thank you to all my viewers and supporters. Thank you so much for viewing. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thank you for introducing me to some amazing music. And I hope that I'm also introducing you to some amazing music along the way. I really do. That's probably my favorite part about this. At first, my favorite part was like, learning about new bands, learning about new music, but actually being able to promote bands that people have never heard before and being able to share that first time experience with someone, that's really cool. So I like that a lot. Anyway, enough yapping. Let's jump into it. Alrighty, tighty, lefty, and righty. Once again, we will be checking out the song How Long by the band Dire Straits. Or is it The Dire Straits? Actually, don't, let me just Dire Straits. I've always known them as The Dire Straits. To be fair, I've only heard one song by them. That one was called The Sultans of Swing. So maybe I got the "the" from that. I don't know. This will be the second song I've ever heard by this band, ever. So let's check it out. How Long by Dire Straits. Let's go. I like that bass line.
How long, baby? How long has it been? How long you gonna keep me wondering?
Aw.
How long before you see stalling me was wrong? How long? How long you gonna keep slapping my hands away? How long you gonna keep my love at bay? How long before you shoot my love is strong? How long?
That bass line. Bum, 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 bum. That's the very first bass line I ever learned on guitar. Back when I tried to learn how to play bass guitar. My fingers just aren't strong enough, apparently. I even got one of those like exercise thingies where you go squeeze, 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 squeeze to get like strength in my forearms. Nope. Nope. But I tried to learn bass guitar, and that's the very first bass line I ever heard. And I feel like it's like the same one in here, and that's kind of cool. All right. Let's take it back to the beginning of that instrumental bit. It was pretty.
How long you gonna keep telling me you like me fine? How long till I'm gonna make you mine?
too. Oh wow, the song's nearly over. Holy moly guacamole. You know what? It's heavily copyrighted. I'm sure of it. We're just gonna listen to it again. Is that okay? Because I'm probably they're probably not gonna let me monetize this anyway. So we're just gonna take it all the way back here, just to vibe, okay? Because that was so pretty. Yeah, we'll take it all the way back here because probably not gonna let me monetize it anyway. So who cares? Um, how many stringed instruments do they have? I'm hearing so many. Unless it's like they're adding like sliders. I would love to see this live. I should have looked for a live video. Is there a live video on YouTube? I should check. Anyway, I would love to see this live. I would just love to see the tech. Like, it's such a simple song. Like, lyrically, it's so simple. The melody's lovely, yes, but like the stringed instruments, it's like there's the technicalness of it is so pretty. It's almost like the lyrics are just added as an afterthought to just like give the song an excuse to be a song. I don't know. Like it feels like the lyrics are almost an afterthought. It's a sweet sounding like I've got a crush on you and when are you going to respond to that kind of song? And that's cute. That's that I like that. It's cute for what it is, but like it almost feels like the lyrics were an afterthought. It really does. It just unless this lovely combination of strings is meant to represent the emotions being expressed. You know what? Since I took it back so far, I have an excuse to like hear it for myself with that in mind and find out. Yes, I'm liking it. It's beautiful. Like I call it ear candy when there's just a lot of fun things to listen to in the ears, and that's what it's like. It's tasty, and I like it. And we're gonna listen to it again. I've done the pausing, I've done the yapping, I did the thing. Let's keep listening. How are they making that sound? That one. That's cool. Is it going for a fade out? Did I pause it right before the fade out? Someone in the comments is going to tell me I paused it right before the fade out earlier. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so embarrassing if that's the case. Oh well, can't do anything about it now. That was pretty. Th- there was this one sound. I think it's a stringed instrument. It sounded too clean to be keyboards, but it sounded like a wave, like woo. But like I don't know. How do you do that? How do you do that with strings? Was it like a slide guitar? Was it like one of them bottle things where you slide it on the strings that I recently learned about a few months ago? I want to know how they did that sound. I want to believe it's a stringed instrument with something added to it, some sort of sliding motion, because it literally sounded like a wave, like woo, like a wave on the ocean, but musically. Am I making sense? Probably not. Anyway, let me switch the camera back to its original position and yap at y'all some more. Why not? You know, a good bit of the time when I listen to music, especially older music, I get so caught up in the technicalities of the instruments that I don't always pay attention to the lyrics. Then I have to be like, hey, I'm going to pause and go read the lyrics. I did not have to do that this time because, as I mentioned earlier, the lyrics almost feel like an afterthought. Like, yes, it's a really sweet sounding love song, and that's nice and all. But I feel like if this song were an instrumental, it would be complete. I really do think so. I really think that if this had been an instrumental, it would have been a complete song. That being said, I'm open to the alternative theory that those lyrics were all that was needed, and the rest of the emotions needed to be expressed with music. I'm open to that theory as well. That's just not the assumption I initially made. But I could see how the music could express those feelings, that feeling of longing, especially those wavy sounds that I was explaining, trying to explain anyway, because I don't know what that is, but I feel like it's some sort of slide guitar situation. I hope somebody explains it to me, or if somebody could like is there a live version of this? Because I would love to see it live. I would like to see how they made those cool sounds. I just want to see it. I just want to see it for myself. I want to see it with my own eyes. Anyway, um, yeah, I could see how the music itself is a good representation of those feelings. There was a lot of up and down movement, and a lot. There was a bit of like a sweeping, longing kind of feeling in the strings. But what I really liked about it is just the technicality of it and the panning of it, and it's just like one section is doing something and then another section does something and it really, I don't know, it was just pretty. It was just really well written. I would like to listen to an instrumental of this. I want to listen to it again. It was just really pretty. It was just really pretty. And I feel really dumb just repeating that, but the song was just really pretty and I liked it. Okay, that's it. Like it was just really pretty and I liked it and I liked it a lot. And again, I almost didn't care that it was a sweet little love song. They could have been singing anything and it would have they could have been singing nonsense sounds and it would have been a pretty song. That's where I'm at right now. That's what I feel in my heart right now. And I really liked it. And I'm glad I took the time to listen to it. Thank you so much to the persistent commenter in my comments who requested this. Once again, this is not always a good way to get my attention, though I do appreciate the algorithmic support. I'm just letting you know I do appreciate it, but commenting repeatedly is not always a good way to get my attention. Just letting you know. But I appreciate it nonetheless. And thank you so much to the specific commenter for your persistence and your suggestion. This was a lovely song, and I'm so glad I took the time to listen to it today. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. I'm going to go ahead and end my reaction here. Thank you so much for sharing this experience with me. If you want to check out more from Dire Straits, not the Dire Straits, as I now know, click that link in my description. It will take you to the video slash song video audio video that we just listened to together. It is in on the Dire Straits YouTube official YouTube. Oh my god, it's on their official channel and you can check out more of their music from there. I think it's time for me to go. Bye, have a great day, see you in the next video. Bye bye.